again, you guys. Welcome back to Brazil React. It's Julia
and Paula
and
Raphael.
And we're gonna watch episode 4, season 2. And we've already done a recap for the last episode. We just watched it, so let's go in.
yes.
Ooh, hair hole.
That?
Hair hole.
Ah, the crust place.
Yeah.
Whoa, far.
Yeah.
Cards. Very, very far.
She's around. He's prettier than the Queen. Not that pretty. Better would have sold than anyone. How good could he be? He's been stabbing Rennie Baraki for years and Rennie ain't dead.
Oh, they know about it.
Everybody, yeah.
There's something out there.
Yeah, run, horse. You're in danger. You should run too. Oh! It was a joke.
I swear you pissed yourself.
And there's really something there. Oops. Hahaha. You.
Yeah.
Ooh, ew.
Oh yeah, this is a very gruesome episode, I remember. Much gore.
Yeah, they're taking the spoils.
That's how they're not staying in the north. We're not in the north. We're not torturing them. Ireland's very pretty, but you've got a hard time matching your army down. The Lancers hold prisoners of their own. I won't give them an excuse to abuse my sisters.
Oh, they're going to cut it. Ew, ew.
Fight on it. Especially the most
Awful. And that noise, no. I know who is going to marry.
I have no desire to sit in the Irish throne.
So who's that?
I don't know.
You're
If you
certain
don't
to
care.
overthrow a king, and yet you have no plan for what comes after.
First we have to win the war. The boy was lucky you were here.
He was unlucky that you were.
You're here to answer for your brother's latest treasons.
Your Grace, whatever my traitor brother has done, I had no part. You know that. I beg you,
So help the
please.
seller of this outrage.
Using some vile sorcery, your brother felled Stafford Lannister with an army of wolves. Thousands of good men were butchered. After the slaughter, the Northmen feasted on the flesh of the slain.
Where's Tyrion?
Leave your place.
Very trying.
I like it pretty.
Oh, the hair. Oh.
My lady's overdressed. I'm burning her.
Oh.
You won't Rob Stark to hear us. We're going to have to speak louder.
Finally.
Someone get the girl something to cover herself with. She's to be your queen. Have you no regard for her honor?
I'm punishing her.
What crimes? She's not to fight her brothers in battle, you half-wits.
Don't talk to me like that. The king can do as he likes.
The Mad King did as he liked. Has your Uncle Jamie ever told you what happened to him? No one threatens his grace in the presence of the King's Guard. I'm not threatening the king, sir. I'm educating my nephew. Ron, the next time Samarin speaks, kill him. That was a threat. See the difference?
Are you going to refuse help?
Tell me the truth. Do you want an end to this engagement?
I am loyal to King Joffrey, my one true love.
She has some clean mind.
You may survive us yet.
You think dipping his wig will cure what ails him? There's no cure for being a god.
It's
But the boy's at that age.
What is it?
Look inside your grace.
a whore. Yeah, I knew it. And the girl that was with the maester.
Yeah. And Ross.
Could you hit her?
Oh, he's going to torture them. Two.
Use this.
Awesome. Uh-oh, yes. He's so awful. And she needs to stay smiling.
She's not enough.
I said,
That's awful.
it's not.
He just likes to see people suffering.
Yeah.
He is as mad as the other king.
Imagine.
Oh, he's so bad.
So it would carve into the flesh.
Grace, too much pain will spoil your pleasure.
And he has a
A weapon.
weapon. So if you don't do that, I'm going to kill you.
Grace, if your uncle finds out,
Oh, I want him to find out. You will bring her to his chambers when you're finished and show him what you've done. Well, the same thing will happen to you.
That's so awful.
We heard so much.
Yes.
Because it takes the flesh out, like it would stick. Yeah.
Yes, because there's those
Yes.
horns and things. Oh.
Grace,
Ooh, Littlefinger is ready.
I'm a practical man. Just a loyal one. And who would you have me be loyal to? Your brother's corpse. Many who believe Ned Stark erred by not supporting your claim. Now I understand. You know I have the numbers.
Blackmail.
You know I'm marching on King's Landing. When I take the throne, you hope to retain your position. And your head. I would give priority to my head. When you march on King's Landing, you may find yourself facing a protracted siege, or open gates.
I didn't remember this, sorry. He just promised to betray the Lannisters if he gets the King's Landing.
I didn't notice your brother entering his estate just now.
the place where King's Guard is where the King's side.
And the night of your wedding. Who was by the King's side then?
You seem quite interested in our marriage.
The marriage is quite interesting. Not only to me, but to the realm. The marriage of a wealthy girl always breeds interest, if nothing else.
You've never married, have you?
I've been unlucky in my affections, sadly.
That is sad. Though perhaps it's for the best. The whole notion of marriage seems to confuse you. So allow me to explain. My husband is my king, and my king is my husband. Here is your 10-foot bailiff. Good night.
The horse is going to die. Or not.
Oh, there's another one coming back.
Yay, he's alive.
Yeah, there's a body on the head.
Do you know this place?
Only that the desert around their walls is called the Garden of Bones. Every time the Carthians shut their gates in a traveler, the garden grows.
The cursed place. That's such a CG.
Yeah.
Can't find no spell.
Dragon.
Dragonfly.
It became a place of torture.
Yeah.
He's dead. He was my son.
Aww.
My sister was 3 days ago. My husband the day before that.
And she's
Like someone every
hearing everybody die.
Is anyone there?
Oops.
Cersei. Lily the Hound.
Trusted you. My husband trusted you. And you repaid our faith. It's treachery.
No, my lady.
Get up, shut up!
No, don't try to do that.
It seems to me that fate has
given us this plan. You lost your mind. Get out!
Yes.
Fate has given this sergeant.
Fate. He gave himself this chance. I like the way you
Do you
think,
want to
but
see your girls again? Sansa, more beautiful than ever. And Arya, just as quiet as ever.
he's lying.
Arya too?
Both girls are healthy and safe.
Not really. No, don't believe him. You shouldn't believe him. And you, go away. Leave her alone.
Bringing these terms to him. Bringing them to you.
You think I keep secrets from my son?
Rob has surprised them all with his skills in battle, but he's not a mother. Considerate cat.
He doesn't care about anybody but Cat.
I brought you a gift.
Token of Tyrion Lannister's goodwill. Wants you to understand that this exchange of prisoners is offered in good faith.
Hey,
It's Ned's moment.
Your husband was an honourable man.
Yes, Ned's moment.
He should rest beside his family in the crypts beneath Winterfell.
Where's the head? It's there.
Yeah.
You thought that she would forget him and love you instead? Hug the bones and cry.
He told me he stares at him every day. That's where he get picked. You.
Oh, ah,
That was the mountain. They changed the actor.
oh,
It's the one that chopped the horde's head.
oh.
Kissing himself.
Yes, he's so afraid. And they need to watch. Awesome. Oh no!
which of the villagers aided us?
The mouse is going to beat him.
Hey.
I never saw.
Hey.
I never saw.
Please. Please stop. Please. Don't it. Hey.
I didn't see anyone helping. Just take it off. Take it
Who
off.
had
It's
them?
going to
Gaze.
hole in him.
Yeah.
That's better. You've been very helpful. No, stop, please! What are you doing? Please, stop! Please, stop! No! No! Don't do everything!
How awful. Oh.
Very
It's
gruesome
so awful.
episode.
Yes. Dead people, like inside out. Weird crest. It seems like
I had nothing
children's
to
book drawing.
Banner is that? My own. Suppose if we used the same one, the battle would be terribly confusing. Why is your stag on fire?
The king has taken for his sigil the fiery heart of the Lord of Light. He's the Lord's chosen, born amidst salt and smoke.
All amid salt and smoke. Is he a ham?
Twice a month.
Listen to yourselves.
Awesome.
If you were sons of mine, I would knock your heads together and lock you in a bedchamber until you remembered that you were brothers.
You never wanted any friends, brother. But a man without friends is a man without power.
For the sake of the mother who bore us, I will give you this one night to reconsider. Strike your banners, come to me before dawn, and I will grant you your old seat in the council. I'll even name you my heir, until a son is born to me. Otherwise I shall destroy you.
Yeah, I like Ringling better than
Stan.
Stannis.
My name is Daenerys.
Stormborn of the House Targaryen.
You know me, my lord?
Only by reputation, Khaleesi, and I'm no lord, merely a humble merchant.
merchant city.
They call you the Mother of Dragons.
And what should I call you?
Oh, my name is quite long and quite impossible for foreigners to pronounce. I am simply a trader of spices. But we are the 13, charged with the governance and protection of Carth, the greatest city that ever was or will be. Might we see the dragons?
Oh, they're interested.
Once I see my people fed, I would be honored.
Forgive me, Mother of Dragons, but no man alive has seen a living dragon. Some of my more skeptical friends refuse to believe your children even exist.
Where I come from, guests are treated with respect, not insulted at the gates.
Then perhaps you should return to where you come from. We wish you well.
What are you doing? You promised to receive me.
We have received you. Here we are, and here you are,
You do not let us in. All of us will die.
which we shall deeply regret.
Oh,
But Carth did not become the greatest city that ever was or will be by letting Dothraki savages through its gates.
so I think you should show them.
Please be careful.
13. When my dragons are grown, we will take back what was stolen from me and destroy those who wronged me. We will lay waste to armies and burn cities to the ground. Turn us away, and we will burn you first.
Ah, you are a true Targaryen. Only, as you said a moment ago, if we don't let you into the city, you will all die. And so, retreating in fear from a little girl is unbecoming of the greatest city that ever was or will be. The discussion is over, Zara, Zoe, and Doxos.
Oops.
The 13 have spoken. I am one of the 13, and I'm still speaking. The girl threatens to burn our city to the ground, and you would invite her in for a cup of wine? She is the mother of dragons. Do you expect her to watch her people starve without breathing fire? The decision is final. Very well. I invoke Sumai.
Who is Sumai?
I will vouch for her, her people, and her dragons, in accordance with the law. Be it on your head. Welcome to Carth, my lady.
Oh, he's responsible for them now. Don't do wrong things in there. Or the good man is going to die because of you.
Did you see the city?
So beautiful, like Arabian city.
Yeah. And there's the sea as well, so they have water.
Oh, it's a sea? I thought it was a river. Very, very big city. Too. Oh, why?
Right.
Just so like unspectable. Oh no!
Your father still in the village.
Not from the village.
Oh no! Oh, that's sad. Yay! Not dead.
Why are these prisoners not in their cells? Cells are overflowing, though. Are we so well manned that we can afford to discard
Ah,
able young
very
bodies and
sorry.
slave labourers? You have a trade?
Yay!
Yay.
Neil, or I'll carve your lungs out, boy.
You do no such thing. This one's a girl, you idiot.
Haha.
Dressed as a boy. Why?
Safest to travel, my lord.
Smart. These prisoners to work. Bring the girl. Need a new cupbearer.
She's going to a better place.
Grace the Queen Regent commands you to release Grand Maester Pycelle. Is your warrant?
So it is.
Will you take a cup with me? I find that mulled wine helps me sleep.
I'm here, Her Grace.
don't care about
I
that.
want to drink with you.
If my receive these instructions directly from Cersei,
As I've said several times,
and you've waited this long to deliver the information?
when the Queen Regent gives me a command, I carry it out without delay.
Cersei must have great trust in you,
There's a
allowing you into
candle
the chamber
there.
during
It's
the hour
going
of the
to.
wolf.
Bye.
During that it's like the middle of the night and he just came from the Cersei's.
The Queen Regent has a great many responsibilities.
Oh.
She often works from dusk till dawn.
She must be very glad to have you helping her from dusk till dawn. Tell me, did Cersei have you knighted before or after she took you into her bed? What? Nothing to say? No more warnings for me, sir?
You will withdraw these filthy
Have
accusations.
you ever given any thought to what King Joffrey will have to say when he finds out you've been bedding his mother?
It's not my fault.
She'd take you against your will. Can you not defend yourself, knight?
Your own father, Lord Tywin, when I was named the King's Squire, he told me to obey her in everything.
Did he tell you to fuck her too?
I only meant I did as I was bid.
Hated every moment. Is that what you have me believe? A high place in court, knighthood, my sister's legs spreading open for you at night. Oh, yes, it must have been terrible. Wait here. His Grace will want to hear this.
Mercy, mercy, my lord, I beg
No.
I'll leave the city at once, I swear.
No, think not.
My lord?
My father told you to obey my sister. Obey her. Stay close to her side. Keep her trust. Pressure her whenever she requires. And whenever need know. As long as you keep faith with me. I want to know what Cersei is doing. Where she goes, who she sees, what they talk of, everything. Oh, rise, rise! Let us drink to our understanding.
Drink our understanding.
Smile, cousin. My sister is a beautiful woman, and it's all for the good of the realm. Go back and tell her that I beg her forgiveness, that I want no more conflict between us, and that henceforth I shall do nothing without her consent.
But her demands.
Oh, I'll give it, Isa. Well, yes, I'll release him in the morning. Cersei can keep him as a pet if she wants, but I will not have him on the council. I could swear that I had not harmed a single hair on his head, but that would not, strictly speaking, be true.
Because he could.
Beard.
Beard.
The other one was like,
Like, oh, what did he do?
Do your knuckle bones bring you luck?
the
Well, actually, no, since you hacked them off, Your Grace. And it's 4 less fingernails to clean.
Fewer.
What?
4 fewer fingernails to clean. Never understood why you had to wear them.
About where I come from and where I am now.
Just you've not forgotten your smuggler's tricks.
I've lived within the law for 17 years.
I want you to be a smuggler this time.
Are you sure any night? What am I bringing ashore?
The Red Woman. No one must know what you do, and will not speak of this again.
I am truly Your Grace, and always will be. But surely there are other ways, cleaner ways.
Cleaner ways don't win wars.
he's not that lawful. I don't want you to win the war. The woman's going to make it sorcery and then put fire in everything and then
You
we'll win the
afraid,
war.
Anya. You love your wife.
I do.
Would you like to seduce him too?
Don't talk about my wife.
I'm not. I'm talking about other women. You want them. You want to see what's beneath this robe. And you will.
No, devils. Oopsie. Oh my god, already.
There's only one God, Sir Davos. And he only protects those who serve him.
Oopsie. No! What's this?
Just one. Anyway.
She's not pregnant anymore. That's what the king's son is.
Yeah.
That's witchcraft. Okay.
Demon baby.
Demon baby.
Yeah.
So if it's a demon baby, she's a demon. It's not a witch. So
But
I was wrong.
But I'm not saying it's a demon. I'm just saying that it's like a shadow demon thing. I'm not saying I don't know what it is. Outra amiga, agora você. So let's discuss episode 4.
Before I forget everything.
So the first scene is two guys. They're talking and making fun of each other, and one thinks there's something in the woods. That the horses
some
are
kind of joke.
Yeah, because the other one farts. But it was something, and the wolf
People.
attacks, and Rob, in the middle of the night, just attacked the whole army and won.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we see loads of like dead people on the floor,
And he finds the girl that I don't know the name.
Talissa, and
he likes her.
She
doesn't care about him.
Yeah, because she's not on his side. She's just like a kind of like a nurse in the battle, like helping. And the guy that she was taking, she had to take the foot off.
Was a Lannister guy.
Yeah. So, and they bicker. She's not interested, and that just makes him more interested. And so we meet Talissa, and one person as well that we see Rob talking to before Talissa. Do you remember a guy that kind of looks like Stannis that he was talking to?
No, sorry.
Okay, but it was one of his bannermans called Bolton's.
Bolton.
Roose Bolton, yeah. We'll see him more.
Okay.
And it's just because I think this is the first time he's like there like a focus on him. But even like that, it's not as big as focus because he didn't notice. And Talissa says that she's from Volantis, and he says that that's very far away because Volantis is in Essos.
Oh, I see.
And then we see after that Joffrey is trying to torture Sansa, to blame her for what Rob
has done to the army. And then
what does he do?
He tears her clothes. I thought he was like put some part of her and sent to Rob as a warning.
I think he would.
Yeah.
Because the sword, he was like going to. It looked like he was going to chop something, or at least cut her or something. And of course, our hero
Tyrion appears there and
saves
the lady
in distress, the damsel in distress.
Yes.
But it's horrible. Joffrey is horrible.
Yes. What he did to the horse.
Yeah, we're
getting
awful.
There. So awful.
That's what I was gonna say. Because first he's already torturing Sansa, which is supposed to be his wife, in front of the whole court.
Imagine,
like,
when and if she marries him.
Yeah, and then Tyrion's like, Tyrion and Bronn. It's actually Bronn that says it, but like maybe he needs to like relax, and he's at that age that he wants girls, so they give him as a gift some horse. And then there's that horrible scene.
Oh my god, that was so horrible. And the red-haired
Ross.
Yes, Ross was forced to do that. She was already kind of very troubled because of the little finger, and the baby who died.
Exactly.
The hands of its mother. And then now she has to charge her friend. Because even... I think it's kind of constant that The horrors are like a
Yes.
big family.
Well, I don't remember which one, but one of the episodes, this is the first time I've noticed, you noticed that whore is the same one from the Pycelle.
Yeah.
And she also appeared in one of the scenes before, so Ross is talking to her, introducing her to the brothel, so she's new.
Oh yeah,
and
she's like a little sister.
Yeah. And so it's more horrible because she's like new to this
Family.
profession. No, like new to the and so we see this same horror, like just worse experiences. And
I don't think she's going to continue in this
profession.
trade.
And then
If she survived.
we see that Littlefinger has arrived at Renly's place, where they're at Storm's End, which is the house of the Baratheons, like the place of the Baratheons. And Littlefinger arrives there, and he goes to talk to Renly, and he's trying to, at the same time that the Lannister thinks that he's on their side because he went there to talk to Cat for the Lannisters, he's already trying to make alliances with Renly in case Renly
wins.
Yeah, goes to King's Landing because
he has so many territory to arrive there.
And no, because Renly has such a big army that he's the greatest threat to the Lannisters right now. So Littlefinger is already plotting like escape device, and he says that if he agrees to he can help him and even open the gates.
Oh, it's going to betray more people.
The Lannisters. So that's an interesting conversation. And then we see Peter. I wrote Peter and Baelish. It's not Peter and Baelish. It's Cat and Baelish, I think. No, it's not.
No, it's Kathleen. No.
Nope, that's later. Okay, let's just skip. So Daenerys arrives in. Well, she doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's the princess queen of Renly.
Oh yes, exactly. It's Baelish with Marjorie, and I wrote Peter and Baelish. This is and yeah, Marjorie and Baelish, Littlefinger, and she as well says some interesting she's a smart woman.
Yes. Because he was trying to get some information from her.
And also he was making
fun.
Your husband is gay.
Gay, and what you're going to do. And she was like, he's my king. Yeah. I do what he wants.
And then we go to Daenerys, and a horse rider comes back alive.
But
I didn't even remember this. I didn't remember how they got to Carson. It makes more sense now. And so he comes back, and he says that there's a city that has offered.
They wanted to see the dragons, basically.
Yeah, but Jorah warns them, if we go there, it's known as the Garden of Bones, because everyone they do not accept
dies in the desert.
I think it's because it's so like we saw on the map. It's so far away that once you get there, for you to leave,
nowhere to run.
Yeah, for you to leave to the next city, it's too far away.
So
I think that's why.
In the middle of the way.
And then we go to Harrenhal, where we see all the prisoners and Arya with her friends.
And they're torturing people
with the rats.
So awful.
So in this episode, there's the cutting of the foot, there's the torture with the rats, there's
the head.
The head as well. There's Joffrey with the horse, and is there something more in the end? Oh yeah, that's not gore, the demon baby.
It's weird.
Yeah, but it doesn't enter gore. But it's loads of little things. And so they're torturing people, and they're asking people about the Brotherhood.
Yeah, they are asking everyone, anyone.
And some of these people there are just villagers that
got arrested.
Yeah, because do you remember in season 1 Ned, there was some villagers that from the Riverlands that came to talk to Ned that some people were attacking their villages, not stealing, and they said that it was the mountain. So these are the same people.
These are the what?
So they're attacking the cities and they take the people hostage and take to the Harren Hall. And so yeah,
doing awful stuff.
And it's all.
I hope Tyrion learns of that.
Yeah. And it's all in the command of Tywin. Now Tywin is like the one that commanded it from the beginning.
I don't like him. No. I was like neutral. More or less, because he treats his children badly. But
but it is war, like it's in his head. But he never used the banner because he didn't want to, like, at that time with Ned, he couldn't use the banner because then they would be like saying that it was them doing it. So they don't use banners. They just go around pillaging and. So one of as well in season 1 on that episode, Ned sent a guy to go kill the mountain.
The guy is not there.
They, in the middle of the way, they really do not explain this. I'm sure. He got attacked, and some of them survived, and they decided that instead of like serving because before they were serving the king's demand, but when Robert died, it became Joffrey. So instead of going back to serving the king, they decided to become free and a brotherhood without banners. That's the name.
Oh.
And they helped the villagers. They just kind of not that much, but kind of like Robin Hood. Like just helping the people, the actual people.
That's good. That's why they were asking for the brotherhood.
Yeah. And we see as well when Arya's going to sleep that she starts to create a list.
Yes, of people that she wants to kill.
And she got that from Johan.
It's some kind of heritage.
Yeah, he passed it on just before he died.
Oh.
And the list got even bigger at the end of the episode because the mountain
and Polyvar, then the mountain.
Polyvar is the one that took Needle.
Oh.
I already noticed that he was in that scene now because he's with armor, so you can't see his face. So, but I know his name, so he was one of the torturers and he was one of the people there, and so she put him in the list. What else? I think she just put him there right now because she just learned his name as well.
Yes.
That's why.
Because the lady, well, I think she called.
Yeah.
Oliver, I don't know.
Or something, yeah.
Something, just a crust of bread or something.
And then we go to Catelyn talking to Baelish. Well, Baelish talking to Catelyn, and he's a liar.
Yes, so awfully. I think, I still think that if he becomes king, I think he would become a good king. But when the matters are around his relationship with Catelyn, he just does stupid things.
And he's like, "Oh, we have a chance now. Let's be
God,
together."
It was like, no, you gave yourself this chance.
Yeah.
It wasn't destiny.
And he lies that he has the 2 girls for her to betray his son by letting Jaime go. But it was Tyrion's plan. It was Tyrion that sent him.
I know it, but he accepted that.
Yeah.
So it was like, I took her husband. Now
It's not an evil plan. It's just like it's a logical plan. This woman is a mother, and she will be willing to like give the prisoner for her daughters.
Yes, but I still.
But nobody told him to lie about Arya.
Yes.
And to like say let's go, let's be together.
He could have been like honest and said, oh, they say they have Arya, but they don't. We have just Sansa. But then she would maybe trust him a bit more.
But he gives Well, it was Tyrion that sent him to give Ned's bone as a good gesture, like of faith.
Because the queen didn't want that. Right?
Yeah,
and
no.
Joffrey was.
Of course, Joffrey didn't want that. So, like I said, I haven't read the second book, so I don't know if Ned's bones actually arrive in Winterfell. So, it doesn't say. I don't think it says in the series. So we'll see.
Well,
we'll see.
They get back
the bones. Probably they have, because there's no reason for it.
Yeah, Ned's dead.
Yeah.
There's nothing going to happen to him anymore.
It must be awful for you to open a box with the person
your
you love.
beloved bones.
And what if it's not the bones? What if it's like decomposing
Stuff,
Ugh.
right?
Because we don't know how long it's been. And I don't know how long it takes for a body to become bones.
Maybe they have some kind of treatment.
Because they chopped his head, remember, put it in the
like
spike.
make the skin go faster.
Maybe. Anyway, so the person who picks the torturers, we get to know that it's the Mountain, but I don't know why this is out of order. Then we see Stannis and Renly. They're
like
confrontational, yeah.
bickering.
Just before like a big war, they're like saying that they're gonna fight each
Catelyn
other.
was like, I would
hit you in the head.
hit you in the head and lock yourself together.
Yeah, because your brothers, stop being silly. But each one has their reasons. But
I still prefer
Renly.
Renly's reason. Even more after the witches stuff.
Of course. And one of the things that I noted down that Renly says is that Stannis never wanted friends, but friends are really important for you to
Yeah,
be
he's
a
much
king.
more near to the people than
Yeah.
Stannis. Stannis just see people like something that he owns or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Renly seems to trust people and know everybody and like protect them.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, that Stannis said, "Oh, I saw those lots of banners and something, and then but I'm not going to win the war with the banners. I'm going to win the war with the people that are holding them."
Yeah, exactly. And then we go to Karth, and Daenerys arrives at the gates, and we see that it's very big, and the 13 come out. So in Karth, they don't have a ruler; they have the 13, which would be like the
council.
Yeah, the councils and like merchants and I don't know if there's
It's
like
a kind of
rich people.
It's a
Rich people.
merchant city.
Yeah, rich people that came together.
Mm-hmm.
And so initially they're like,
"Oh, I want to see the dragons. If no, you will stay outside."
yeah, because she's in no position. She has nothing to offer. She has the dragons, but if she showed them the dragons as well, they might
could
steal it.
snatch.
Because they had weapons, she didn't have anything. She's very weak and dying. So, but it's funny because her first instinct, it's not wrong instinct, but the first thing when she thinks that she is gonna die, she's like, "We're gonna burn all the cities and we're gonna burn your city." It's like
first.
Yeah. But then one of the 13, Sorrow, I noted it down. And it's funny because nobody said any names till now, and then when he appears, the guide says, blah, 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 Zaro, na.
Mm-hmm.
So they just like say his name randomly, just so you know that he has a name, so he's a character. He's gonna appear. And so Zaro made, I don't know, or something like that. It's a blood oath that like,
I am responsible to these people.
And if they do anything, he dies.
Mm-hmm.
And we see the open gates, and it's a beautiful city.
Yes, awesome.
So that's where
They
Daenerys
are
is
now.
now. Tywin arrives at Harrenhal just in time when they had just got Gendry.
Yes, thankfully.
You thought he was gonna die.
Yes, I was
so
like, no! Yeah!
You were so sure. He was like, goodbye.
But I'm not sure what they are going to do. Oh, yeah, the Tywin ordered them to use the prisoners as labor men.
Yes.
So they're not going to be tortured
anymore
for a while.
And
he takes Arya as to be kind of his mate.
Yeah, it's a cupper. It's like the person who fills the cups. That's it. Kinda. And he's the first one to see the well, not the first one because that was a
she's a girl,
but it's like she's a girl, you idiot. and
he thinks that she's smart.
Yes,
because she said, "Oh, it's easier and safer to travel as a boy."
And then we see Tyrion and Lannister, the cousin.
Oh.
And
he's blackmail.
Yeah, because he came just like, oh, you have to do something because the queen accepted imp, and like, and was going out, and then Tyrion
and then imp was like, I'm going to.
It's funny because in the beginning he's so arrogant, and then at the end
it's like,
he's on their knees crying like, mercy, mercy. Yeah, because Tyrion's very intelligent, and he figures out that if Cersei just, because of the way that he said, like, that the queen had just made this document,
and in the middle of the night,
in the middle of the night, it's like, there's
something. And Cersei has the best relationships with the family, so
as a brother, it's kind of sad that, like, because I think Tyrion likes Jaime, so it's kind of sad it could be sad, like, that someone you love is being betrayed. What's the name?
Yeah.
Not betrayed. What's the name? When you like
play with other people.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't remember the name.
Oh, it starts with a T. Okay. Cheated on. There you go.
Cheated. Yes, cool.
But then he turns the situation around, tells him that he's gonna tell Joffrey.
And was like, no. And then he has to work as a spy for
exactly, as a spy. I wrote down spy because it's exactly that. He has to continue like everything is normal, but tell everything to Tyrion. And it's so funny because I don't know if this actor is actually pretty, but in this scene, I found him so pretty. Then we see Stannis and talking to Davos. They're on a ship, and they're talking about the fingers in the cord. Davos.
Oh yeah, the
Onion Knight.
Onion Knight. That scene.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Pregnancy, no.
So Davos is talking about his loyalty to Stannis, and Stannis asked him to be a smuggler for one day so he can do something. And he says, this is not the right way. But he's like, the right way doesn't win wars. And he tells him to go on a ship and smuggle the Red Woman.
The witch is corrupting Stannis.
Yeah. And one thing that I got from this, I'm not sure. I think the place that they went, that even had the bars, he said, oh, I already came here once, because that's the same place, I think, that he smuggled the onions.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
It's exactly the same place.
But before, it didn't have the bars, exactly. And now, I think Renly put the bars, because he was expecting something like that from Stannis, because he has Davos.
Because he knows the history, the legend of the Onion Knight.
Right, exactly. So I think they took Melisandre to that same place, trying to smuggle her as close to Renly as possible. And then she says that he's going to see that he's been with other women, not just his wife, and that he wants to see her naked, and he will. And she takes off her clothes and she's
pregnant.
And it's been like 2 episodes.
Yeah, like a week or something like that.
I don't know how much, but it's not been 9 months.
9 months, not really.
It's probably been like a month, at most.
The demon was born.
What do you think the demon's gonna? Because it's already adult. It's not a baby.
Yeah, it's
It's
weird.
a dog.
Since it's a kind of shadow, I think it's going to do something to Renly.
And yeah.
Yeah. I think it's
What
kind
do you
of
think
like
is gonna happen?
possess Renly or something.
Okay. And what do you think could happen to Daenerys at Hearth?
I think she's going to enter the city, but maybe she would need to. She'll kind of lose her authority inside the city since they are guests. Maybe she would need to work or something.
Okay. Jon did not appear in this episode. And so now Tyrion, he's like playing chess. He's like moving the pieces.
Oh, you go there, and then, okay, this...
Now I have a spy, now I have this trust, I have this and this. He's very good. And what do you think will be his next? I don't know, because it's hard to... Yeah,
he's a very unpredictable character. But I think he might succeed in freeing Jaime.
Oh, okay.
Because Catelyn is a mother. And she might want to have her daughters back. Because kind of the last episodes, she was so worried about her children. And then Rob was like, no, you have to hold this, because we have a much more valuable hostage than they have.
Exactly.
He was thinking about war more
than the sisters.
Yes.
Which I don't know how. I get that in the position he is in, that he wants to be the king of the North, the independence of the North. It's a bigger ideal than to just rescue his sisters, but I think that's not what he should have accepted. I think he should have, but the thing is, if he didn't accept that, he as well wouldn't have an army. Because I think at the moment that they wanted an independence and he was like, no, I just want to save my family, most people would just...
like, that's not a wise decision for war.
Yeah.
I don't think you are fit to lead this army or something like that.
I don't know. I just think that the whole separating of the North is, for me, unnecessary. I mean, it's not unnecessary because it's good because they're not going to be in terms of Joffrey. But for me, it makes way more sense for them just to go down there and kill Joffrey and take the sisters back, more than the independence of the North. You know what I mean?
Yes, but maybe they just don't want to. It's like those little countries that wanted to be separate. They don't think their people fit
the laws and stuff. I don't know.
Their gods are different than the rest of them.
Yeah, that's the same thing that the Greyjoys tried to do before as well, but it didn't work out. It's just that I don't know if the ideal for the independence is as big as the one that they started the war for, which was to save Ned. They started it to save Ned, and when Ned died, they changed it for independence. It's independence is a bigger thing than just saving life of one, because it is a statement and it's gonna change for like the future and all that. It's just I don't know how necessary it was, in my opinion, for right now.
I don't know. I think he just you can fight among yourselves for this Iron Throne. I just want to go back home and lead my people.
But if he thinks that, he wouldn't be at war. He would just accept his sisters in exchange for Jaime.
But he wants revenge. That's why he wants to go there and kill Joffrey.
Okay.
And then he will get. Then he will go home, like he said to the girl. And she was like, "And what are we going to do without a king?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because he didn't think afterwards. He just thought
what
he needs in his. Yeah.
His people were after.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Do you have anything else? Anything you remember?
No, I think that's it too.
So, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment mainly. We love the comments.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
See you later.